How y'all doing today? We are sitting here with the Anthony Bawn of Bawn TV and the director of About Him freshman year.
Yeah.
How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here too. Anthony, I got so much I want to talk with you about.
Well, let's chat.
Yes, let's chat. So, the thing I love about you is you're a director. Mm-hmm. You're the new director of About Him. Mm-hmm. You're a black director. Mm-hmm. You have a network.
Yes.
And you married.
Yes. My beautiful husband I've been married to for 3 years. We've been together for 10.
Oh my God.
10,
like,
yeah.
I don't even know children at that age. So,
Ciao.
So first things first, talk to me for About Him freshman year. How did you get involved with that project?
Well, Tyson reached out to me actually last year.
Tyson Anthony, right?
Tyson Anthony reached out to me last year in November. And it was about another show that he wanted me to direct, and it's called District, that that has Tammy Roman in it. That's going to be coming out this summer.
Look at God.
Right.
Okay.
So, just to announce that.
Yes.
So that's another show that's that me and Tyson have been working on. And then later, I think at the beginning of this year, he was telling me about him, and I guess they had, I don't know what the dealings was behind that, but he reached out to me and he was asking me, will I be interested in directing the show? And I was like, oh, okay, what's going on? You know, I said, because I don't want to get myself into nothing.
Right.
So I said, just make sure you clean all of that up as much as you can, and then we'll just go from there. So he came back to me, gave me the scripts, and he was like, oh yeah, we got Brandon Carson on board, and we got Raheem on board. I was like, oh, okay. So I said, we have the originals. So I was like, okay, this will be fun. This will be fun to do. Right. So yeah. So from that moment on, to be honest, I didn't know what I was kind of getting myself into, because I was just like, I've never worked with these gentlemen before. Right. And then I did see the prior season. So I was like, oh, okay, well, let me see how I can approach this to make it something different than what the first season was.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean.
So what was your vision after you saw the first season and you went into directing the new season?
My vision for the second season was more so that I wanted a story there. The first season was mainly like sex. Okay, story. Sex. So I was just like, oh, okay. Trust me, I watched the whole first season. Right. I watched it. Right. I mean, I was entertained. So I was like, you know what? I still want to give that element of sexy, but I want to have a fantasy. I want the viewers to be able to imagine, to engulf themselves in the show, like to feel the whole essence, you know, because it takes a certain technique in order to do that, and that goes from the camera angles, the action, to the music, to the color correction. All of that plays a part in putting the fans into this world. So after I got the scripts from Tyson, then we finalized the casting. I said, ooh, this is gonna be good.
Oh wow.
So I got excited because Tyson gave me full control over how to map out this whole show. So I was so excited. A lot of the nuances that I took on, you know, like some directions from Sense8 that's on Netflix.
Okay.
I got like inspirations from there, as far as a lot of the sex scenes that you'll see in the second season of freshman year were inspired by like Sense8. It's a list of whole shows that I did research on, that I looked at, that I got inspiration from. But I'm excited. It's really, second season is really gonna be, second season is gonna be a lot. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
So what is most exciting about second season to you? Character-wise, I would say.
Oh, character. I'm really excited about the acting.
Okay.
Because I grilled them, of course. So, you know, because there's a certain stigma of web series actors.
Right.
And I wanted to break that stigma with this season.
So why don't you go ahead and say what that stigma is?
Well, it's that it's a lot of people that don't have any acting experience, that just look good, they got a nice body, and they just know how to talk.
Wow.
So it's not very much how can I say? Yeah, it's not very much substance that that people give. You know, from the acting of the show. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to really break that. So, and I have a 3-take rule. You only get 3 takes
to get something right.
To get it right, and if you don't get it right, I cut around you.
Oh wow!
So
strict. Okay.
Yeah.
You sound like Ike Turner. I'll find you at $5. $5. So how are you making time to do everything that you have to do? Because you're, like I said, you're directing. You have so many hats that you're wearing.
Yeah.
What's life like for you?
It's crazy. I always have to constantly try to find balance. So that's what I'm always constantly doing. So in the day, I make sure I try to get everything that I can get done. But I'm trying to find balance, so I just make it work.
You seem to be doing a very good job.
Thank you.
And one of the things like I really want to sit down and talk with you about is a lack of diversity in film. And you know, we see nothing wrong, you know, with white directors and white actors and stuff like that. But I really feel like people of color need to see people who look like them in positions like yours, making things, creating shows, making new content. How important is that?
I think it's very important, and I think that was one of the primary reasons why I started Bawn Television, because there's a lack of representation for Black ethnic LGBT shows. Because you know, we had Noah's Ark, and then that was on Logo. Logo is falling off, or fell off probably by now.
Agreed.
And here TV is kind of sort of, they just whitewash everything. So it's like, and I've worked with both of those networks trying to get our shows on their networks, and I've always like closed door to scripted shows on those networks. So I wanted to have a home for us that was made by us and ran for us.
You better do that.
So it's like, that's what I wanted to do. So it's like, and I'm here in Atlanta to help progress the market. I'm not here to step on anybody's toes. I'm not here to get into any, to get to any altercations with anybody, because I just feel like that we're all in the same market together, that we're trying to make it together.
Well, that's nice that you feel that way, but some people don't. I know there was a lot of controversy this past year surrounding about him.
Yes.
And some people on both sides said some things.
Yes.
How do you feel about that? Like, it almost seemed like it was a civil war.
Well, it was a civil war that someone came to the war without guns. Okay. So it's like when you're working with basically, if you own a piece of land and a person comes and build a house on a land that you already own. So if that person comes back and removes that land, then you have no house or no foundation. So it's like, that's kind of sort of what this situation was. The person who owned the land, or owned the novel, who owned the book, came back and took their land, took their story back. So it's like, at the end of the day, it could have went a different way. I don't know the dealings with the other, with Tyson and the other company, but all I know is that I just wanted, what I expressed to Tyson, I just wanted there to be peace.
Right.
Because I'm not here to try to step on anybody's toes. I'm just here to do a job that I was hired to do, and I did my job. So.
Because the thing about it is, like, Brandon and Raheem did transition over with the series, but some major characters didn't.
Right.
And that was a big part of the storyline last season, the character of Vince and his brother. I think it was Duran on there. No, that's what I mean. I'm not sure. Anyway, but I know as a fan, I definitely want to see those characters come back because they were such a key part.
You might.
Do you think you might recast them?
You might.
Okay.
You might see them.
I think that's an awesome play. I would love that. Just go put that out in the universe.
Well, no, I mean, it has been brought up.
Right, because he's progressing this season. He's kind of like trying to find his own way. I would love to see him be finding his own way and beat somebody. Right. Seem to be doing pretty good. And the universe is like, nope. Your brother and your first love interest are coming back. It's like, oh, okay.
Well, yeah.
Because you didn't write them out. You just said he's doing his own thing.
Yeah. I mean, Tyson is very, very, like, the stories that he has in his repertoire are like.
Are you working on his other projects?
Yes.
Yes. Like, are you working on Raising Eli?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm not working. No.
Well, you just say you're working on District. Yes.
Yeah. District, which is another book that he wrote, and but I'm working on that very, very closely. But he has a lot of other things that he has, and I'm working with him to help him be like, okay, hey, this is what, like, you have a lot of great stories. Do not allow them to fall, like, you know what I'm saying, fall in between the cracks, because with an author and a writer, they want to work with different people, which is totally fine, because every person has a different perspective.
Right.
So if you want to do that, just make sure that you go into it knowingly what your expectations are, and have a understand, and just do good business. That's basically all it is. You have to do just good business.
So if someone was a writer and they wanted to pitch their work to you to get a show created, what process would they need to go through with you?
Well, I have a very, very rigorous process as far as like storylines that I'm willing to take on. They can go on bondtv.com, or you can go on bondinc.com, and you can email us, and then we'll take a look at your pilot episode and see what it is, the synopsis, because we want to do innovative things. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that we tell a story, even though a story may have been told before, but we want to tell it in a different way.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, that's basically what it is. I just review it, and then if I like it, then I'll reach back out. Or if I don't like it, I still will let you know and give you some feedback in regards to it.
Okay. Anthony, look at the camera and tell the fans of About Him Freshman Year what you want them to know.
About Him Freshman Year is going to be streaming on Bond TV, which is BAWNTV.com, and it will be on Amazon Prime like an encore the following week. And you can also buy the episodes individually on YouTube if you want to. But I think that you're really going to enjoy this season. It's going to really take you for a ride. Have a lot of spins, twists, and you still get that essence of the sex that you guys like about it. So yeah.
Yes, we do love our sex. So tell us how we can follow you on social media.
You can find me at Anthony Bawn on Instagram, and you can follow me at Anthony Bawn on Twitter, and at Anthony Bawn on Facebook.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Anthony.
Thank you.
Director of About Him Freshman Year. We're looking forward to more content. And you can find more exclusive content on HeyMikeyATL.com. Holla at me.